Good evening, Channel Surfers. The sun has set at Edisto. You can see I'm out of my normal place, and Mama C is at my house. And we're also being joined by a special guest, my friend Rebecca. Hi, she's at the beach with me. I put her in another room because we've been having some audio equipment issues, all of us. We are running about an hour behind. 30 minutes later. Anyway, Rebecca's never seen Big Brother. We gave her a very brief rundown. Basically said it's going to be like a weird Japanese game show, and whoever wins is going to be HOH and blah, blah, blah. You guys know how it works. Rebecca's hanging in there, and it's going to be interesting to see this from the eyes of someone who's never seen it before. But as for me and Mama C, is this going to be a weenie game? Is it going to be interesting tonight, or is it going to be weak? What do you think, Mama C?
What I think is I'm tired and bored with using the word weenie. So I have a whole arsenal here of words that I can use instead of a weenie game.
I love weenies. Let's go.
Reality, yeah, that's the key. Unlocking stories wild and free. With the host, side by side. Channel surfers, let's ride.
We're a whole 10 seconds into the show, and Mama C can't even.
Come on now. She's crying. She didn't want Adrian to go home. Hello, sweetheart. You put him up on the block.
We're talking about Lauren in the diary room. Rebecca's asking if she's fake crying. No, those tears are real. The confusion is real for us as well. She put him on the block. And then we have Kelly, who's crying, saying she don't want to see Adrian go home. If she had the votes, she would have thrown the blockbuster. All right, let's put it this way, Kelly. If you didn't volunteer to go on the block every week, then maybe you could have played and helped him out and not been on the block yourself as a risk.
And the other thing is she did not have the votes. So that's just wishful thinking. Oh, my gosh. Public enemy number one. Lauren is going to be public enemy number one, and they didn't want her to break a tie because then half the house would be mad at her. That is a wimpy plan.
That is a simp move because Zach has little hard eyes for Lauren, so he didn't want to put her in that tough position of being HOH. Rebecca, do you have any thoughts?
I guess my thought is if they know she wouldn't be able to decide, then why did she try to win HOH in the first place?
Well, it does make her safe from being evicted. Well, it makes her safe from eviction.
This week.
Probably puts a target on her back, too.
She just wasted an HOH.
They all have wasted HOHs. Hopefully we'll get something exciting tonight. Vinny is talking to Kelly, and Kelly realizes that if Vinny can get out Adrian, he would take her out as well. And Rebecca, you had a question.
I was just wondering, in every episode, do they spend like 15 minutes just crying about who they kicked out? I'm very confused.
In this season, yes. In some seasons, they're calling each other bitches and having a party and drinking champagne when someone gets evicted. Throwback to BB6. But yeah, BB27, it's a lot of crying.
Very like they should rename this the Emo House instead of Big Brother House.
I think you're right. This season, Emo House. That's where we are. That's where we are today. So the Triple Threat Alliance, they're having their secret meeting in the bathroom, and I'm just now realizing how weird this sounds to somebody who has never seen Big Brother.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. They're just randomly whispering with each other, so they're just trying to gain alliances through other people, or trying to figure out who voted for who. Is that the whole thing?
I thought you would be confused as to why they were in the bathroom doing it. But anyway, yes, they're trying to hide from other people. And Mickey and Morgan start saying how Kelly's winning all of these competitions. And I'm just sitting here thinking, what is she winning? Mama C, what is she winning?
Well, she won the BB Blockbuster, the one that had all the mixed up letters, and she picked out it was a crown. So she won the one last week.
So she won 2 Blockbusters.
But she's been up 3 times.
They're making it sound like Kelly's some comp beast, and she's winning Blockbusters, which are against 2 pawns, 3 people. It's not like she's winning head of household versus the old house. She's not a comp beast. She's just the strongest of the pawns. Keanu's not trying to keep peace in this house. He is ready to get some answers. So he first goes up to Zach. And Zach admits, I'm a simp. I did this to be Prince Charming and save Lauren from having to vote well out. And then he goes over to Adrian. Why do I keep saying Adrian? Vince. Not Vinny, because he's in trouble. Vince. Adrian's gone, but everybody's talking about Adrian, so it's like on my mind. Sorry. And apparently Vince is going to use crying as his strategy. Everybody else is doing it. Why not? Let's just boo-hoo.
And he said he's putting it on, playing it on thick, as thick as his mustache.
Thick as that mustache. What do you think of this crying strategy? Is everybody playing it?
It appears they are.
What do you think, Rebecca?
I guess like they figure, hey, start crying and no one's going to really want to talk to you. So they just cry all the time. Nobody wants to deal with, someone crying in their face, I guess.
Then they might want to evict them. Well, Keanu's not trusting him. He's not trusting Vinny. He gets that Zach is a simp, though. I think he's understanding that this guy is just love blind and stupid.
Well, hopefully he gets a date out of it. Who knows?
All right, Rebecca, any showmance possibilities for you? Mama C said no. I
haven't seen any interesting characters yet.
What
But
about
all they've been doing is crying. Why would I want that?
What about a warm loaf of bread? Somebody had a date with a loaf of bread last week. Yeah, I watched this.
Interesting.
Kelly is over it. She goes up to Riley and she's like, look, it was Zach and it was Vince. And her final two is over with Vince. She's got Riley's back above his. She is tired of this. And then she said that Vince looks like a weasel. He looks weaselly. Rebecca, something you can weigh in on. Does Vince look like a weasel?
I think he does kind of look very weaselly. Been doing some sly things I've been overhearing. And, yeah.
Does he smell like a weasel, Mama C?
The only thing I can smell right now is my dog that's sitting right here panting.
All I know is he was weaseling around this Big Brother house, playing every side. And like we predicted last week, him and Jimmy, it's only going to last so long. I think this weasel is about to get his head chopped off with a shovel. This HOH is the stuff from Nightmares. It's like It, Killer Clowns. Do you remember, like 5 years ago, there was a clown in the sewers up in the upstate of South Carolina? Like where our friends are all hanging out this weekend except us at the beach. And it had balloons coming out. People were seeing clowns with balloons.
Right. I remember that. It was kind of like the whole character from It. I guess they're recreating or whatnot.
So this stuff happens where we live in this state. This is why it's very terrifying. Now, they have to get on 3 teams of 4. We see a horse in the middle, and Riley is like, hey, I'm a rodeo guy, which, yeah, that makes sense. Are they going to ride that horse? No, they're going to get killed off one at a time. One person's going to be left out, and we're not talking about Lauren, the HOH. We're talking about one of the people that compete. One person does not get chosen for a team, and that's Lauren. That's Kelly. Oh my gosh, somebody else talk. I am running off of 2 hours of sleep right now. I have no makeup and no ring light. So you guys, I was trying to think. I was about to do some like jailhouse makeup. I was looking for some crayons to put on my face mixed with some lotion or something. Mama C, tell them what's going on in this comp.
No. Look, Big Brother must not know how to do math. Maybe that's it, or maybe they're going to do something with Kelly because she wasn't chosen, whether she gets safety or she is a killer, and they have to guess. I mean, I have no idea what they're doing.
Or maybe she'll get a secret power. I think that would make sense. Or maybe it's just showing weak social game or that her alliance is crumbling. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel bad for her, though. She says it feels like she was in high school or probably middle school or whatever. It's sad.
Yeah, it kind of feels like she's left out and nobody likes her and she's already pissed off, so this doesn't help all that for sure.
And they're like, she's good at winning comps, but then again, she's winning like the comps against the pawns. Anyway, Keanu kills round 1. Now we know that round 2, Kelly actually wins, that she's going to automatically advance. But what happened since he won round 1, he got to take 4 people off.
And he just went boom, boom, boom. He knew exactly who he wanted to take down. Like he had a plan.
And he was fast on those balance beams too.
I mean, I didn't think a big guy like that could go that fast and be that limber.
Especially when he ran into that horse at the beginning of it, but he did it in 23 seconds. And Keanu plugs right off Will, Ashley, Mickey, and Morgan. So there goes most of triple threat plus Ashley. He also said that he thought Ava was gunning for him to be evicted last week. I don't see Ava gunning for anything. She's just reading auras back there. Brendan better watch out at home because Rachel refuses to take no from an answer from Keanu. They have to pick teams of 3 this time, and she grabs onto that big old muscular arm, and she will not detach herself. He is trying to shake her off, trying to grab Riley, and she's like, nope. She's literally saying nope and pushing Riley over to Zach and Jimmy. So Riley, Zach, and Jimmy, they end up advancing. Rachel wasn't the one that screwed it up. Vinny fell off the balance beam. Not quite as much as Ava. I thought she was going to break a leg. Was anybody else concerned? Mama C, no.
I just thought it was hilarious how one guy said that he was like, I got this, I'm a skateboarder, but then falls and busts his
That was Vinny. That was Vinny. All that coordination and boom. I thought someone was going to twist an ankle. I would have twisted an ankle. And in the final showdown, I noticed that Zach had short shorts on, which that's good. Runners wear short shorts. It probably helps keep him from getting tripped up. But then we get Jimmy. And this is the battle of the shorts. Jimmy has on biker shorts, like tight short shorts. So really, it's almost like he's wearing nothing. Nothing gets in the way. And then we have Riley, who appears to be wearing jean shorts, affectionately known as jorts. So in the battle of the shorts, who would you think won this HOH competition? The jorts, the bike shorts, or the short short?
Well, first of all, Riley wasn't wearing jean shorts. They were like a polyester short or something.
You don't see that well, Mama C.
What do you mean I have glasses on? You don't.
That's right, because I see you better. Anyway, Rebecca, battle of the shorts, who would have won?
I would have figured the running shorts dude would win.
I would have said the biker short. Mom?
Where are you going with this? This is so silly.
I'm sorry. Okay, so the jorts won. Riley killed it. That is a tall, lanky man that can stay on a board. Stay on a bull, you can stay on a board.
But
Got good balance.
I just have to say that we still have to consider Mickey's power that she has. I mean, if her and Riley haven't been getting along, she may use her power to take over his head of household.
That is an excellent point because he did eliminate her. He killed her off first in this competition.
That's
well, Keanu
right.
did. Keanu did.
Oh, that's right. Keanu.
Oh. So she might be feeling threatened because her whole alliance, like 3/4 of them got taken down.
Well, the only thing is, hopefully, if that happens, I mean, Riley does still have a chance to guess that she's the one that holds the power. And so,
If
we'll
that
just have to
happens.
see. If
We'll
that
see.
happens. Yeah.
After the HOH comp, we get a little bromance. We got Keanu and Riley giving each other hugs. I was waiting for that butt slap, but it didn't happen.
Couple punches though, but
A little bit of boxing each other, beating each other a little bit. Anyway, Keanu says that he thinks either Mickey or Morgan have the secret power. And Riley says, I'm not that close with them. Might as well flesh it out. Put Mickey, Morgan, and Ashley up. Now, they think Ashley's going to go home if they do that. Because Showergate was such a big deal to a lot of y'all. I don't shower. I don't care.
I taught you how to do that, please. Channel surfers. I don't know where she learned her new hygiene habits, but anyway, go ahead.
I do shower every once in a while. I swam in the pool today. Anyway, Ashley, is she really going to get evicted for taking a 2-hour shower at this point, or would they go through a big threat? You know, he might be right because Alice is still playing nice and weenie, so I could see that happening. But like you said, it might not happen at all because Mickey has that power. So if he tries to put the 3 of them up, depends on how observant he is. And I don't know, he seems pretty observant. He might
Well, I mean,
have it.
if he's only thinking of 3 people who might have it, Mickey, Ashley, and Morgan, that's just needs 1/3 guess right there. I mean,
Right, but he'd have to know, right? 1 out of 3. And Keanu's narrowed it down to Mickey or Morgan.
If they pick the person who has that power, though, can't they just use it and get rid of the HOH altogether?
Yeah, but before they get that final crown, they get the HOH key. Before, it would be Mickey steals it from Riley. Riley gets to go and spend 3 minutes with each house guest and interrogate them. And then if he can determine which house guest had the power, then he doesn't lose his HOH. And Mama C made a really good point at the beginning of the season. Like, what if Morgan acted suspicious to make him guess her? Because she's working with Mickey. That could be a strategy.
Well, let's see
what happens. That'd be fun. Is the game going to get fun all of a sudden? Probably not. His response, Will's going up. Mama C, you called this week one.
I did, but I didn't see her asking. I didn't see Mickey asking Rachel to be the deceiver.
Well, she was an actress, a Bikini Beach actress on The Bold and the Beautiful, like 15 years ago, but
Still counts, right?
Still counts. She is the actress of the house.
Well, and I can't wait to see her act.
Now, they just announced to the house that the power was used when Mickey's sitting on the couch. She's just kind of like, it's like she knows what's up.
Yeah.
Ava, the way she always looks just kind of out there would make me think that maybe she was guilty. So maybe he'll guess Ava. Right? Rachel's going to try to get Riley to guess her. What do you think, Rebecca?
I think Rachel's going to try to deceive and do a bad acting job about it, and we're just going to laugh at her for it.
You just don't know how much we love Rachel.
I just think it's interesting how she would just throw it out there that she was a bikini model for a soap opera when about 10-ish years ago as her experience.
Well, to be fair, we didn't like Rachel when we first met her either. That's right, when we first met her. This is Rachel's third time on Big Brother. She met her husband in the Big Brother house, and they have 2 children together. And in her second season, she won Big Brother. So she's the only returning house guest, and she may be the first person to win Big Brother twice.
Oh, big alum.
And that's probably why she was on The Bold and the Beautiful. I'm thinking it was probably a cameo from her season.
I mean, she's been on The Amazing Race with Brendan and...
I'm thinking Big Brother opened a lot of doors for her.
Well, all of these shows open doors for these people. I mean, the challenge. Everybody's on the challenge anymore. People
But you have Big Brother royalty. You have people that are like recognizable decades later. Rachel Riley is one of them. And it's because she was just so much. When I said, Brendan, you better watch out, that's because that was her husband from Big Brother. And this is her first time in the house without him. And then she's grabbing Keanu's big old arm. She was really just doing it for safety, Brennan. You don't have to worry. You know that. Rachel loves you.
Well, I'm not going to say it. You already said that I had said
Rebecca made a comment
word last
as
week.
we were watching, and I was like, we need to get that on recording. So go ahead, Rebecca. What was your comment when Riley was telling everybody, watch out, I'm going to question you. You aren't getting away with it. You might as well go fess up. How did he put that so nice?
Elegantly? Yeah, I liked how he said, your ass is grand.
Now, here's something you don't know. Ashley is an attorney. The house doesn't know that either. So I think she probably would be very good under questioning. She's an expert at questioning people. She does cross-examination. I just know, like, during mock trial, it was always so hard because we were up against our classmates in law school, and we knew the boundaries. We knew how to answer just enough. I think it'll be interesting to see Ashley's interrogation. So let's watch.
Wait a minute. If Riley was paying any attention to the reactions of people when they heard that his HOH would be null and void, Ashley jumped up off that couch and her mouth was open and she was so excited. I'm telling you, I mean, and I know who has the power, but she would truly be convincing that she didn't have it.
Well, she doesn't.
No, I know. know. But you're talking about interrogations. I'm talking about, well, you can see, I mean, if he was paying any attention to her reaction, that was very genuine, that she didn't know what was going on. It was a surprise to her.
It was.
I think you're going to have to stop with the Simp and Zach. Zach is playing a good game right now. I didn't even see that he would be one of the ones to throw somebody else's name out to keep the target off of Mickey. And I think Rebecca had said something about Rachel's acting, and there wasn't much to that acting. So,
Well, I said something about Ashley, and she was just smiling. She was just like, this is ridiculous. You are coming at me, and it's not me, but go ahead. And Riley, he and a lot of the house are convinced that Ashley has the power. And I wonder if Catherine, that's why she went off on Ashley for smiling coming out of the HOH. Because Ashley comes out of the HOH and Captain Manners police, watch out for the siren. She's like, why are you smiling? It's rude. What did you guys think of that? She's like the shower police, the smiling police. What do you guys think?
I don't see what the problem was with smiling. I mean, you could have had a ridiculous conversation with the HOH and then just left the room smiling and shaking your head. I thought it was kind of a ridiculous thing.
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes people who get nervous, they just tend to smile because they don't know what else to do. So maybe the whole situation just could have been nerve-wracking for her, too.
I don't know when she made herself the adequate executive power.
Maybe she just likes to hear herself talk. I don't know. I don't really know her.
I don't know anybody like that. Mama C? No. Rebecca? So Riley, guns a-blazing. He is going to go out there. Most of his bros. Jimmy thinks it's Ashley. Keanu thinks it's Ashley. Looks like he's shooting with Ashley.
Wow. They really like to stretch these things out, don't they?
Yeah, that's why they have it 3 days a week.
Well, guess what, Riley? It's not Ashley. Mickey stands up and Riley goes off on her. So we're going to have nominations on Wednesday as well as the power of veto. Given today's episode, I think Will is safe from the block this week. I think Kelly is probably safe from the block this week. If I were Mickey, after Riley's little handing her the key speech, his butt would be popped on the seat. Keanu would be up on the seat. And Kat. Mom, who would you nominate from Mickey's point of, if you're being Mickey?
I would agree with all of them that you said, especially with Catherine's little dig at Ashley about smiling and stuff. I mean,
Yeah. What about you, Rebecca? Do you have any thoughts on, you just met these people, you just met this game?
But yeah, Riley definitely, the way like he talked to her was not cool. I think she would pick him.
It was stupid.
Yeah. And Kat's little, or I guess that's her name, little sly remarks today and I guess previously probably are not making her any friends either. But as for third, I don't know enough to do a third.
But Will, now I told you Kat's from Columbia. Rebecca and I both went to USC. We were both Gamecocks. And I told her that Will, he does podcasting for the Lady Cocks. So that is Columbia representing in there. I don't like her representation. And she's like the adequate police, but I don't know. People I hang out with in Columbia and Charleston and whatnot in the state are definitely not adequate police.
well, maybe I am.
Wow.
There's a nice way and there's a snotty way, and this time around it was definitely a snotty way.
And then there's the Mama C way, which is just like, Lauren, I taught you better than that. All right, Channel Surfers. Well, thanks for listening. It's heating up. The summer's heating up. I think Rebecca's a good luck charm. Everybody rub Rebecca. Let's get some of that good luck going into the game this week. What do you think of Big Brother, Rebecca?
It's interesting. I'd probably have to watch a couple more episodes to kind of like be into it.
So
but
is it as much drama as, I know one of your favorite shows, and my favorite show is 90 Day Fiancé?
Not in this episode. That I don't think so. There's
She's
a lot
like,
more
have you
crying
met
in this.
Colty? There's a lot more crying in this than 90 Day.
Yeah. I mean, even with Jasmine, there's still more crying in this episode than 90 Days.
Well, Channel Surfers, tomorrow, Dee and I will be back with 90 Day Fiance Hunt for Love. We might get Liz. She was supposed to come tonight, but it is now 10 o'clock, and I do not see her or have heard from her. So we'll see. Where's Liz? And speaking of Where's Liz, I've been working on some stuff, like some merch stuff. We have a Where's Liz shirt coming. I want to get some more stuff out there. I was up till 6 o'clock this morning. This is why I only got 2 hours of sleep. Rebecca knows I've been working on our podcast website. I've been making some new fun intro videos for YouTube. Everyone, make sure you like and subscribe. That is the best way you can help us out right now. We are a baby podcast. I love seeing comments. Like, comment, let us know what you think. What did you think of the episode? Do you think it's heating up this summer? Are we going to finally start playing Big Brother in week 3? Share with your friends. Leave us a rating. I love reading the comments that everybody leaves us. I love interacting. We get a lot of that on TikTok. I would love to see it on the other platforms too. I check all of them. But thanks for listening, and I will see you tomorrow with 90 Day Hunt for Love with Miss D. And I'm not going to promise Liz, but maybe. All right. Bye.